Hello everybody, and thank you once again for joining me. This is Bug Powder Dust, and this video is all about the VK3601. Specifically, three of them, myself and my two platoon mates, Wotlankor and EvilPhish, are playing on Sand River. It's an assault map, and we are the ones defending. Myself and Fish head off to the west, so we cover the ridge there, the ledge if you like, which is where traditionally the base is on standard battles. This I've found to be quite a good spot to use the actual ridge to become hull down, and you can get some good sniping positions. Wotlankor has gone south. We figured that three of us together here will probably be a little bit of too much of a concentration of force. So he's gone south, and we'll switch to him momentarily. In the meantime, me and Fish have to deal with a T-50. The trouble with these T-50s, if they're well driven, you only get effectively one chance to kill them. Fortunately, we were both on target. Sometimes it can be quite hard to accurately hit and lead a T-50. His platoon mate, another T-50, is causing problems over to our right, but we don't get a shot at him there. But as he comes around the ridge, I line up and I take a shot, but unfortunately I don't aim right enough, so I miss him. The T-50 I'm sure we'll meet again later on. All the time I'm moving backwards and forwards because they have an artillery piece. It's a French artillery, but I don't want to make myself an easy target for him, and he's likely to be looking at us as we're the first ones that will probably have been spotted, given the two scouts. So we're kind of hopping backwards and forwards, trying to avoid getting hit, and lay down fire on a Panzer III-4. In the meantime, Wotlankor has located off to where the traditional other base would be, and he spots a French tank AMX coming in. Another scout tank, so he takes speed, has a good hit on him, but doesn't stop him in his tracks. The French tank does seem to stop. Maybe he's got hit on the engine, don't know, but that's enough for him to score another hit and put it out of its misery. So he starts to move forward and spots a VK3601, an enemy one this time, in his mini-map. So he reverses up to deal with him. Doesn't turn his armour just yet because obviously the rock is covering him. He's getting hit by, I believe it's a KV, sat behind Wotlankor. So he moves in to put in a shot. He's aiming at the commander hatch, and as he hits him, one of the other team members hits him as well. Commander's hatch on a VK3601 is rather large and is quite difficult to miss, and it's also a vulnerable spot, as with most tanks. He moves in for the kill. You can kill him in one shot now, so moves in to take advantage of that. Puts a shot through his turret and kills the tank. So back to myself and EvilPhish. We're still jigging backwards and forwards. Not really sure what to expect coming around here. Although it's an assault map, sometimes they just camp the base, which appears to be what they're doing in this instance. See a 3001P, getting a good hit. He fires and it glances off the front of Fish's tank. The matchmaker is actually very kind to the 3601, I find. You only ever face at a max tier 8 tanks, which can be penetrated from the sides or in the weak spots with the short 88 that the VK3601 has. Finishing off the Panzer III there. Yep, so the gun, people complain that's not adequate, but to be honest I find it's okay for the matches you find yourself in. I think if you had the long 88 on it, it would be overpowered. The long 88 is the 88 that the Tiger gets. So Wotlankor putting in a couple of long-range shots there, unfortunately missing both. And then the Stug decides to cloak, and he puts in a shot anyway, just on the off chance he might hit it, and then backs up, as he doesn't know if he's spotted or not. He relocates, sees the Stug again, puts in a killing shot, Stug down. It's looking pretty good for us now. We've wiped out just about half their team. Back to Fish and myself, and we see KV2 which has returned to base. So I do a 0 damage shot, presumably it's a critical hit of some sort. Fish hits him as well. And as I shoot, he backs up slightly, so my shot ricochets off him. Now he's in a spot where we can't hit him. again moving because of the artillery all the time. I don't realise at this point that the artillery's dead. Wotlankor just killed it, and you'll see that now. So Wotlankor is now has gone well south, flanking around the south, spots the artillery, shot into it. Artillery doesn't even notice, but Wotlankor now lines up at his track just in case he does decide to start moving, which he doesn't, and gets killed. I don't know why the arty didn't move, but there you go. Wotlankor moves in now. There's another 3 tanks in his vicinity. You'll notice the M18 Hellcat, I think it is, on the ridge opposite Wotlankor. He's actually proves to be quite key in the next few minutes. Puts in a lot of hits. He's got a very good position there. He can hit every single enemy at the moment. Gets a hit on from the T50 we saw earlier. The T50 I missed. As Wotlankor moves around for a shot, he disappears over the ridge with perfect timing and doesn't reappear, so Wotlankor can't get a hit on him. In the meantime, Arty and the M18 are still firing at the tanks they can see, and in the north of the minimap, myself and Fish decide to move in on the area where the enemies were camping, but we'll switch to that in a minute. Wotlankor hits him in the side. Unfortunately, the tracks absorb the damage, but he gets finished by either artillery or the tank destroyer. Takes a hit in the track from the other 3.6, repairs it immediately and backs up to use the wreck as cover, puts in a good hit on the 3.6's front, and finishes him. Almost finishes him with the next hit. Now the T50 is now been tracked, and it gets finished. Myself and Fisher moved in now. For some reason I think the KV-1S is actually a lot nearer than it is. I'm not reading the minimap properly at this point. But I spot there's a 3001p, and I put a shot into the back of his turret, which I know will be weak. Fish also hits him and kills him. So we're pretty much done on this side of the map. There only remains a couple of tanks. You just see us destroying it in the background, but he's getting rushed by the KV-1S now, which unfortunately doesn't penetrate. KV-1S has reasonably weak armour on the front, so I think it's about 80mm, but it is a little bit bouncy. His gun is does about 400 damage per shot, so it's something to be incredibly scared of. I've been at the receiving end of that many times. So Wotlankor was desperately trying to avoid getting hit, but we finish it. So good battle there, showing the 3601 and how effective it can be. Very nice tank indeed. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed that, then watch one of my other videos. There is another VK3601 video available if you're a VK3601 fan, so be sure to check it out, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.